Hey, welcome everybody. This is John Paul Mendoza, Dr. Speed Selling. This is the Raging Verbalist. This is hard to believe, episode 52 for those of you been counting. Now, right now you're past, you're going to have to even bring in more family members, fingers and toes. You got to get to 52. That's where we are today. So with me as almost always is the ever lovely Sandra. And Sandra, this is a special one because in some ways, and I know that there are those of you out there who by the end of this, there will be some of you who are in fact weeping, and you'll understand why I just meant. So Sandra, welcome to Raging Verbalist 52.
Hello. Thank you for having me and for having Herbie.
So I have to say that, this one is one of those that, frankly, if you had asked me in my life, all of the various experiences I've had, whether it was, meeting famous people, going to Ferrari in Italy, I'd have to say this one that we're going to reveal today would not have been on my list, but today I am going to fulfill something that I never thought I was going to fulfill. So, Sandra, kick us off because, of course, this is all about the Big Ten. So, what do you have to say?
All right. So, we're talking about Big Ten football. I have to start with Go Big Red. And do we have any teams we support? John, do you support the Big Ten? What team? Come on, I got to hear it.
So, as a person who, the closest I ever got to having a formal education was Vegas, but I am an alumni and an ongoing student of, and for those of you who can see it, is Murphy's Law School, and I have Murphy's Law School shirts and everything. Here's the thing, because of the way Murphy's Law School is put together, we really can't field a football team. We're just not, everything that can go wrong, it happens, and it just doesn't work out. So sadly, I do not have a Big Ten team, but I get to, of course, because of Sandra, if you are not watching this, if you're just listening to this, you're going to want to go get yourself a high-speed link. You're going to watch this because Sandra, I don't even have to ask this question, but I do. Do you have a Big Ten team that you follow?
Yes, the Nebraska Cornhuskers.
So,
Red till dead.
The Nebraska Cornhuskers. Now,
that's right.
Is this something that you have always had? Is this something that that you've been doing for a period of time? Talk to us about being a Nebraska Cornhusker fan. Clearly, you have, it looks like the number one finger, foam finger, by the way, and she showed us Ubi, the
Herbie.
Herbie, not Ubi. Okay, I mean Herbie. I mean, what nice Jewish boy doing in Nebraska? I don't know, Herbie.
There we go. He's got his overalls, his cowboy hat, his corn in his pocket. He's little boots there. He's good to go.
As we called them, the shit kickers. Okay, all right. So
roach stompers, whatever.
Roach stompers.
Pointy, you can get right in the corner.
My mind went to a different kind of roach, but okay. So you have been a Cornhusker fan for how long? I mean, is this been since you were a wee little Sandra, or I mean, is this like something that comes about when one comes of age?
Since birth, big Husker family. Grandpas, they're both into Husker football. Have it on the radio, the TV, anything you can do to watch or listen, whether you're far away or at home. Always a Husker fan.
Always a Husker fan. All right.
That's right.
Now, this happens where? I mean, so what,
Lincoln, Nebraska, UNL. There you go.
All right. So now I've been to Lincoln. In fact, I've even walked across the campus. I have actually even gone to the bookstore. I bought a book. True story. I bought a book in Nebraska, in Lincoln, and saw this, and there was lots of memorabilia, lots of Cornhusker fans, and of course, I was a stranger in a strange land. It's interesting that there's a tie to this and being in Ferrari in Italy, because if you're at Ferrari in Maranello, everything is red because of course it's Ferrari red, and it appears that Nebraska, maybe they're sister cities, maybe, I don't know, maybe they are, just tied
Must be,
together
yeah.
by that. But well, okay. So I've been there, but I don't know what they're doing. So Sandra, what are they doing during this COVID-19 thing? Because clearly, fans can't go to the stands. Big Ten football. Are we down to big none football? So tell us, what are they doing? What I mean, is there withdrawal? Have we had to call in people to you know being counsel and everything? So what's going on there? Give it to us straight.
Yes. So there were withdrawals, and we were very scared because, the Big Ten announced with COVID that we'll just push football back a little bit, we'll push it back. And then they canceled the whole season. And there was a huge outcry saying we have to have football. And so it was scary at first, but then they came out with a shortened season because they were able to have COVID protocols and student testing and, keeping kids safe on campus. And so sadly, there are no fans, and we're known for our consecutive sellouts, 375 to be exact. I think the most of college football history. So what they're doing is they're doing a stadium sellout, so we can still get our consecutive sellouts, but they're having fan cutouts in the stands. And
Well,
so,
well, wait a second. So
yeah,
you're saying 375 consecutive games. How long has that been going on then?
since 1962. So we
Wow.
are football fans here in Nebraska. Bob Devaney, Tom Osborne, like the list goes on and on.
And and so now that this is a crisis of epic proportions, obviously.
Exactly.
So they're selling tickets. Now, see, this is why it's a raging verbalist. I mean, think about this. These guys have figured out how to sell tickets to games, though there's not going to be any fans in the stands. So they can preserve a record so everybody can say we helped out, we did that. So that warms my heart to think that you can sell something that you don't get to go to. I mean, I want to try that for, Sandra, make a note. We'll do that for the next event. This is how
Perfect.
much it costs if you want to come to the event. This is how much it costs if you don't want to come to the event, and let's see which one works out better. But hey,
Right.
people are there now. So you have all this memorabilia. The whole
Yeah.
town is crazy now. You don't live in Lincoln, right? You live
No,
further away.
correct.
So you if
But the
you
whole state's that way, trust me.
okay, so the whole
Not,
state
yeah,
is infected. So is this like it's like its own virus, but nobody's looking for a cure? Is that it?
exactly.
Okay,
Exactly.
all right. Well, and is it a closed stadium? Because I know it can get a little chilly there in Nebraska. I mean, is
It's
it
open, it's wide open, rain or shine. Fans are there. Bring your
okay?
blanket,
You know,
huddle
bring,
up with the person next to you.
could
Yep.
work out, could work out. All right. So what did you guys do? So what happened to allow this to still have a sellout if you don't have any fans? What's going on? How is that possible?
Yeah, so they have like tiers of tickets. So the ticket price that my husband and I got were 10 seats. And so we get pieces of memorabilia, like, let's see, there's some posters and magazine and some different things that are coming in the mail. So each tier is something different. If you donate a lot of money, you get a full size cutout. in the tunnel walk. So that's exciting. And it's there all season. So my husband and I got the fan cutout for all of the Big Ten games this season. And they'll be there. And we've supported the UNL athletic department and we get our memorabilia. So go Big Red. Yeah, there you go.
And I understand the whole clan. There's you, and then there's your husband, who we'll make sure he's nameless, just so nobody's out looking for him. So, but in fact, you brought in the third member. I mean, and for those of
Yes.
you who do not know Sandra well, I mean, there is a third member of this family, this group, and this is going to get you. So, all right. So, who is the third member of the group?
A green parrot named Snickers, our feathered child.
You heard it here. You can't get this anywhere else. I'm telling you. Now, it may not be legal in some places, but you can't get it somewhere else. So even Snickers is in there now, but you didn't buy Snickers. And is it and Snickers is a he or she?
Yes.
Oh, he. So he didn't get his own cutout. No, he
No.
has to. So he's there with the hubby. So he's basically on a ride along.
That's right. That's right.
Get him a little windbreaker. It's a little ride
Yes.
along. Yeah. Okay. I got it. All right. Well, there you go. Now they're going to be there all season. So that means that all season long, when you're watching this on television. Now, have you watched a game and seen your cutout? Well, how do you get to see the cutouts? I mean, how do you get to do that?
When it's on TV, they'll show the stands. And so we saw our section, but they didn't zoom in on it enough to see us exactly. So, yeah.
Well, maybe next game.
But we were there. That's right.
Maybe next game, because you there's always hope. There's always hope. Now,
that's right.
For those of you who are not buying seats with cardboard cutouts, you may want to consider doing something else. And what you might want to do is go to positiontowinbook.com, and pick up yourself a copy of this. See, this is another red thing, right? So Raging Verbalist is red. Murphy's Law School were red. Nebraska Cornhuskers is red. And this cover is red. And most businesses fail in their first 5 minutes. It just takes 3 to 5 years to realize a position to win. Check it out. Go out and buy it. Great Christmas present. Great stocking stuffer. I don't think it'll fit in a stocking. I mean, that'd be a big stocking, but you're going to have a queen size double XL or something. But anyway, go check it out. Also go to positiontowinbook.com. You can check out all the other things that I do and find out how things are working in this day and age. Also, the latest thing that we're working on is turnaroundengine.com. And you go do that. I would be remiss if I didn't say that you should subscribe. So every time we do one of these things, you can get bing, you can get annoyingly notified. You can click that notification thing, bell. Also, you can, like it. Hopefully you like it. Big thumbs up. Or Sandra's going to come and take that big finger and bang, and trust me, she grew up on a farm. It would hurt. It would not be good. So do that. Also, we're on Facebook Live, barring Murphy, because Murphy is always there. Remember one thing, as an alumni of Murphy's Law School, Murphy always rides for free, and Murphy is always there for you and me. Kind of a little rhyme for everybody. Okay. Now, Sandra, I got to ask you, what kind of weird cult have you joined here? This sounds like this thing is like out of control. So where, what is this thing? Is there like a 12-step program? Is there a deprogramming camp? Are there shots? Is there vaccine? What kind of weird cult is this thing?
We're all addicted, but we're not looking for help. So there you go. Yeah. Nebraskans just are, most of them, not everybody, are huge Husker fans. So we don't have pro teams around. So UNL is what we got, and we have a good walk-on program. So that's all these farm kids that have been watching the Huskers for years, and then it's their time to go to college, so they can, you know, put themselves out there and see if they can be on the team. So that's pretty cool and unique. So we're proud of that. So our Huskers are celebrities of the state, definitely.
So, there's some kind of phrase, that I was looking at, red till dead. I mean, what is that? I mean,
Just
sounds like,
something. Well, I guess the common phrase is go big red, but some people say red till dead, like they'll never stop being a fan, no matter how bad we do, how good or bad, always support the team.
well, sounds like a little something that they used to say in the Soviet Union, but that was usually while they were walking somebody out and asking them if they wanted the last cigarette, but that's a different thing. So, uh, well, let me talk. To me, this is an example. This is a great example of innovation and how the world works in a COVID environment. I mean, they could have easily packed it in. I am pleased to hear that somebody said, "Hey, wait a second. In spite of what's going on with the coronavirus and COVID-19, we are going to go forward with it." It's great that the fans, obviously, we have one with us in our midst here, have a way to express it and support the team. Lots of institutions are struggling right now. And to me, this is a great innovation. If you're sitting there right now wondering how to keep your business together and keep things together, you may, in fact, want to take a page out of the Cornhuskers manual and say, how would I stay connected and build off of this? I think it's a great idea. And I think that it shows a lot of ingenuity and sounds like you're having fun with it. So are you having fun with it?
Definitely. And another thing that I actually talk about innovation for their spring game, because of COVID, totally shut down. This is the first year we couldn't do a spring game. And
Yep.
so they actually had an old Madden game that had the Huskers on it and aired it online, and actually had some of the players playing the teams in the game. And so there was like over 100,000 people watching. So that was pretty cool. So they're trying to think of ways to get people involved, even though they can't be there. So
Well, if you get 100,000 people to play an old Madden football game and get the players involved, you have to say, a tip of the hat to that. I mean, either that or, you're out of things to watch on Netflix, which
that's how dedicated we are.
that's it. You're
Can't give
committed,
up on football.
committed to the cause. Well, and
That's
then
right.
and then Sandra wanted me to play sports announcer. So just for those who are not close followers of this, is that here is, and it's breaking for us here because I did not know this, is that Nebraska beat Penn State last week 30-23. And that wasn't the Madden football one. This is like real live people, right?
Real life.
Real life
That's
people.
correct.
And that this Saturday, now again, if you're watching this sometime in the future and you're like, wait a second, I don't know what Saturday, but the Saturday that's coming up is that they're going to play Illinois. And, that's going to be at 11 a.m. And that's going to be, of course, Central Standard Time. And I guess, is on FS1 is Fox Sports 1.
Yep.
All right. So that way everybody's going to do that. Now, and you have a prediction for this game? I mean, I know that, we don't normally book bets here, but, and I know that you're not a gambling woman. I know that. I met Sandra in Vegas at Freedom Fest, and I did not see her racing to the tables. I did not see her putting money into a slot machine. So I suspect she is not much of that kind of tossing it away. But, give us a prediction. Will Nebraska beat Illinois? And by the way, if you make a bet on this and it wins, then you have to split with Sandra and I. If you don't,
right.
if you don't win, all I can say is, what are you doing betting on college sports? But okay, so what is the prediction for this weekend? and where do we stand? I mean, is Nebraska going to take an Illinois? What are they called? So we got the Cornhuskers. What are these called?
The Fighting Illini.
Fighting Illini. Yeah. Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Because if it was like South Chicago, it would be, well, anyway, we won't go there. All right. So what's the prediction? What is the predicted score? So everybody out there can, and I don't want you guys, blowing out the circuits on DraftKings or one of those, but so what do we got? So tell us, oh bright one from Omaha. There's a sage
30.
in, okay, there's a sage in Omaha, but there's a Cornhusker fan with us right here in Omaha. Okay, so what is it?
34-23 Nebraska. So
yeah, and I don't know what the point spread is. So remember, that's the most important thing when you're betting, football is you can win the game and not beat the spread. And I will tell you that I have seen that from both sides, and it was not fun. So I can tell you that there are lots of impacts by COVID-19. I think it's great that they're attempting to fix this problem by keeping fans engaged. I have a huge prediction, which is that once people get used to not going to certain things, there may be a snapback effect when we can go. But I think that there has been a sense that there's going to be diminishment of the number of people who go to live events. And it's astonishing that there are how many, what did we say? 325 games? 375.
375. Yeah.
375.
Since 1962. So
well,
quite a few of those.
That's a huge contribution. So for all of you out there who are wondering how you're going to survive, take some of these innovative ideas, take some of these things, get a little fun, get a little creative, get out there and do that. I know that Sandra's going to be, if she has to buy some more cutouts for next year and get a new updated look, maybe Snickers will get, maybe we should start a little, put in the comments, Snickers needs his own cutout, let's not be, discriminating against green parrots. There's could be a thing. So, and with that, I just want to remind everybody, go to positionwinbook.com. Go out and have a great and fun time. We will not talk to you until after Gluttony Day. I call it Gluttony Day, which is next week. So for those of you who are global and don't know what that is, anyone can participate in Gluttony Day. We call it Thanksgiving, but it's Gluttony Day because what you want to do is you always want to make sure that you got like the expandable waistband pants, and you gotta make sure that you're gonna get yourself in the mood. But hopefully you have a safe one and a sane one. And then Sandra, how do we wrap this up? What do you say to those people and why they should become Cornhusker fans, even if they have never been to Nebraska? In fact, some people probably think it's a country or something. But what do you say? What do you say to them?
We are some of the best fans in college football. There's all sorts of people, sportscasters. Lots of people have told us that our sportsmanship is good, our energy is high, and there's something about our stadium that's a little. We just have good old-fashioned football excitement and Midwestern hospitality. So join us. We'll take you. We'll treat you well, and go Big Red.
Well, I can't add much more to that. So I want to thank everybody who's joined us here on the Raging Verbalist, number 52. Go and have a great week. And also, if you're going to do gluttony, make sure that you don't get too over the top, because, of course, the day after Thanksgiving, we'll have another Raging Verbalist. And with that, I'm John Palmadocha, Dr. Speed Selling, the Raging Verbalist. And for Sandra, my ever lovely host and Cornhusker aficionado and kind of freaky fan. Thanks, everybody.